Hey, I'm taking a break from tidying because my house is a horrendous mess. But I just happen to have done the trip from the cave through Basel. I think that's the name of the town. And now I'm just about to go into the big castle with the amazing music. Listen to this. Bloody hell, that's good. Right. Ooh. Nice. So yeah, we're here at this lovely castle. I'm just going to keep going up the stairs. There's lots and lots of stuff here. I don't know if I really mess around too much with it all. There are many floors. They are full of little, lots of knights, lots of maids, just NPCs in general. Just going to quickly talk to one, see what she says. Well, well, Sir Lavitz, what took you so long? That's a voice that's going to come out a lot, I think. Sir Lavitz, you're safe. I still can't believe it, even though you're standing right here. So you get a lot of the similar sort of thing from the townspeople. They all love Lavitz. He's a punky himbo. Love him. Oh, going up into the throne room. And there is... the king is there, and he is clearly much more of a protagonist design than Lavitz. I don't know if that will give you any hints. Anyway, so Lavitz says, "Oh, Gunji, that's not on the script." Ah dear. Lavitz says, "Head of the First Knighthood, Lavitz Slambert, reporting for duty, Your Majesty." This is the king. King Albert says, "Lavitz, please, enough with the formalities. I heard such terrible rumours. I can't even express my relief. Your return calls for celebration." Let's see if his voice stays like that. "Your Majesty, you flatter me too much." Oh, and this is Minister Noish, who I guess is pretty noish.
Ha ha ha, you don't even know. His Majesty was so dismayed that he couldn't see to his affairs of state.
That's pretty naff. Oh crap, what was Albert's voice? Noish, please. Lavitz is not only our greatest knight, but also my oldest friend. Such concern is warranted. Anyway, where have you been? A deep love between these two. Right, Lavitz. "After the First Knighthood was wiped out, I was captured by Sandora and locked up in Helena prison." Helena handbasket. "What did you say, Helena?" "Thanks to the bravery of this young man, I managed to break out. Let me introduce these two. Dart and Shanna. They are from the town of Cellars." "I thank you for saving Lavitz. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. In gratitude for this, I will help you in any way that I can." Nope. Dart says, "I do have a favour to ask. Is it possible to take care of Shanna in this castle?" "What?" "It seems that Sandora attacked Cellars only to kidnap Shanna. So they're sure to come after her. Maybe she'll be safe here."
Is that the reason you brought me here?
Shanna.
Wait a minute, Dart. I've already gotten much stronger. You don't have to worry about me like when we were kids. We can face things together.
I'm sorry, Shanna, but I'm on his side. You literally, your job in the party is to use the items. King Albert.
Unfortunately, leaving her here is not advisable. Imperial Sandora now wields the power of a dragon, and they're on the offensive. We are holding the battle line at Hoax, but if the dragon can fly at low altitudes and directly attack the castle, we cannot defend it, even with all our high ramparts. I'm afraid there's no safe place in Serdia right now. Besides, one shouldn't be oblivious to a woman's feelings.
Shanna, it may be even more dangerous from here on.
I don't mind, as long as I'm with you, Dart.
Okay, so normally I'm actually not that bad at doing female voices, but this is sounding very Monty Python. Okay, I take back that request, but there's one more thing I would like to ask a question to Minister Noish.
Ask me anything, son. My head is filled with the legends and history of the continent of Endinus.
Does that mean the Endinos? I don't know. I've been on a journey pursuing the Black Monster.
The Black Monster?
It's the monster that attacked Neat 18 years ago. The only thing I know is that he took my parents and my hometown away from me.
So, you're one of the many victims of that devil.
I want to hear everything. Please, tell me anything you can.
There's hardly any information left. All books related to him have been lost or destroyed. The only thing I know is that the Black Monster is also known as the God Eater, or the Devourer of Light.
God Eater is a really good series of games, by the way. If you like Monster Hunter type stuff and can put up with a lot of incredibly cheesy anime tropes, God Eater, really good. Giant rocket hammers, oh, brilliant. God Eater? Burst.
Yes, and oddly, it first shows up in history about 11,000 years ago.
That was the same time the Dragon campaign ended. Oh, going from Noish to Albert's pretty tricky.
His Majesty is exactly correct. Instead, why don't I tell you the story of the Dragon campaign? They couldn't decide on a time of the week to hold it.
Okay, Winglies ruled over all living creatures and used them as slaves, as if they were gods. I'm using the undub, so it's in Japanese. The enslaved suffered terrible domination and injustice. Their anger turned into a flame of fury. Then a gust of wind blew throughout the land, spreading the wind was Emperor Diaz. 7 incarnations of dragons served the Emperor. Their bravery inspired people to take up arms. Thus began the Dragon campaign. It was a harsh war. Both people and Winglies suffered countless injuries and fatalities. After a long period of suffering, it was the humans who acquired the future. It were the humans who acquired the future? That's not quite right. So the age of humans had begun. Some less than ideal grammar there. Also, Winglies is a very silly name.
So start talking. So the black monster appeared after the dragon campaign. Random bloke, Praetorian of Basel.
Excuse me, sire. It's time for the war meeting.
I see. Tell them that we will join shortly. Dart, Shanna, this war has been particularly rough on the both of you. You have tough decisions ahead. But the castle is quiet for now. It's a good place to think about your future. But this is our first time in a castle, Your Majesty. Oh my god, it's getting even more Monty Python. Well, there's a balcony with a splendid view just outside. It has calmed my mind many a time. Really? I got to see it. Please excuse me. She's still such a kid. Please excuse me too. And everyone's dispersed. Right. Let's go out onto the balcony and see what Shanna has to say. And see if I can make her voice a bit less silly. Oh well. From here, we can see for miles. We might even be able to see Sellers. Sellers is over that mountain. Besides, we wouldn't see it from this far away. I hope everybody is safe. I'm sure they're doing fine.
As a matter of fact, they are. According to the intel brief, the village is recovering well. Most survived the attack.
Really? I'm relieved to hear that.
But it will take time to rebuild, of course.
Still, it's good. I can see everybody again.
Time for the bad news. Sandor is preparing to attack us. They're planning to use the dragon for the offensive. On Hoax.
A dragon? If they release that monster in battle, it will be total genocide.
Our job as knights is to stop it, whatever the cost. I'm heading to Hoax now. The outcome of that battle may decide the future of Basel. We may get taken over by the oregano.
Dart's doing some moping. Up until now, I've lived only for myself. I had only one goal, and I was willing to sacrifice everything, even if it meant abandoning Shanna and the people of the village. And look what happened because of that. I probably should be more emotive, but you know. I almost lost my hometown all over again. Lavitz, I'm going to Hoax with you. I'm not going to sit idly by while the Empire destroys everything. Oh, by the way, I think this is Dart's theme. It's pretty good.
What about the Black Monster?
He's waited 11,000 years. He can wait a bit longer. This is like Dart is steadily just gaining like my slightly fluid accent, and like I don't know. I personally think it's quite funny to like. I get like so the character emotes a lot. He does a lot of big swinging of his fists and big moping, drooping shoulders. Sometimes he's like over emotional all the time, and I like reading him just being like, you know. Once Dart makes up his mind, he never changes it. Of course, I'm going too. I can't stand the war either. I can fight. No, you can't, you shit.
You guys.
So, that settles it. Now we have to prepare.
Then, let's go back into town. There are item and weapon shops. Oh, and you need to meet my mother. She'll be overjoyed. She doesn't get any guests that often.
We'll just enjoy this music for a bit. Yeah. I don't know. And I can't remember if it actually is a thing. But am I the only person getting, like, the massive feeling that Albert and Lavitz are an item? Like, if you go around the city, all the people have, like, a lot to say about how handsome Lavitz is and how he's a hit with the ladies. But he doesn't seem that interested, and he seems to have quite a few stereotypical traits. I don't know, I feel like he's at least coded gay. But yeah, like I say, I know my reading's not exactly great. If I put a lot more effort in, then I would be putting more effort in. But turns out I'm not amazing at it. Ooh! There's a little spirally slide! Why on earth? Why does the king have a little swirly helter-skelter slide coming out of his bedroom? That's brilliant! I guess that's the kind of thing you can get away with when you're the king. That's just really funny. Oh, I'm trying to remember if there is stuff that you can acquire in this bit of the game. Oh, and I know I've probably missed a load of there'll be loads and loads and loads of like stardust that I'm missing, because that's like a big thing in, like, you can pick up stardust, and I don't remember what it does, but I know it does something, and you find it in like random spots where it's like one of those things where it's like a pixel and you can find it. I don't know. Oh, I vaguely remember this. I think I remember. Must have been where I must have got up to the first time I did a proper Legend of Dragoon playthrough. Like I say, I've read the whole game. Oh, and I did one really good massive playthrough once, and I think this is. I'm feeling optimistic about this one. I'm feeling quite optimistic because, you know, I feel like this one's going to actually go somewhere because I've got it actually running nicely. Last time I stopped because I managed to get it running on a 3DS. It turns out 3DS doesn't really like playing PlayStation games. Which does not surprise me at all, really, when you think about it. Should be powerful enough, really, and you can theoretically, like, you can get PS1 games running on the new 3DS specifically. Anyway, but yeah, no, I remember. I think you come back and you have to break into the castle at some point. I think that happens where the thing happens. Oh yeah, Lavitz. I want to drop by my home. I forgot that we're going to your mum's house, so you know, yeah. Oh yeah, you wanted to see your mother, right? ... Shana? I would love to see Lavitz's mother.
Besides, I might get a chance to see a mama's boy in action. That's very strange.
I am not a mama's boy. I'm a knight of Basel, damn it.
Hee, just teasing. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes. Someone, no name on that text box, just going, yes. So weird. So strange.
While I'm at it, if you get a chance, I mean, I think they turn out particularly nicely on a small screen like this. I think in general, PlayStation 1 games, like, they're just very nice as, like, modern portable games. But these backgrounds are very lovely. I'll have it sing, Mom, I'm home. I'll have it his mother.
Oh, Lavitz, it's you.
If I'm going to be doing the...
I was worried, Lavitz. I didn't hear from you for so long.
Sandora's resistance was tougher than I thought, but don't worry. We took care of him.
Your father would be so proud to hear that.
Lavitz, what about Helena?
Don't mention that to her.
Please don't tell her stuff like that, okay? Oh yes, Dart. We're going to be liberating Helena next.
That's all well and good. I'm happy that you're home. Oh, I'm just happy that you're home. And what's more, you brought a bride with you. My big baby's all grown up.
Mom, you've got the wrong idea.
Oh, don't be shy. What's your name, dear?
Oh God, I gotta recover from... Shanna.
Shanna, my son is a little awkward and stubborn, but he's very sweet-natured.
Oh, I have dialogue choices. Do I say Shanna and Lavitz aren't a thing, or do I say good luck, Shanna? No, my Dart is just like, yeah. I think I'm gonna play Dart as, like, yeah. Shanna and Lavitz aren't...
He's right. She's Dart's sweetheart.
It's all very cut and dry. It's kind of... yeah. Hey, when did I say that? It's true. I'm Dart's girlfriend. And I recognise that this is meant to be played for, like, oh, they're awkward, but it's sort of inevitable, but actually, in all honesty, like, that would probably just... that would be... is it weird? But I think it would actually be refreshing in, like, a JRPG or something. Like, instead of having, like, a love story in the sense of, oh, will they, won't they, oh, they're inevitably going to get together, but, you know, the steps along the way. I genuinely think that, like, a game where, like, someone is actually just in, like, in an established relationship throughout, and they have that dynamic, I think that would actually be a refreshing thing to happen. Because, you know, there are people who are in relationships. Just a thought. Anyway. What?
Oh, please excuse me. Be sure to take good care of this girl, Dart.
Well, sure. Of course, ma'am. What's going on?
Once my mom gets an idea in her head, that's the end of it. That's just how she works.
Lavitz, please find a girl like her so I can hold my grandchild in my arms. I'm getting old, you know.
Yeah, I know.
So, are you staying the night then, honey?
Well, I was commanded to defend Hoax, so I have to leave as soon as
Oh, I see. I understand. Oh, but you can at least stay for lunch, can't you? It won't take long, honey. I'll give you a hand. Oh, there's no need, Shanna, but then again... It's my pleasure, ma'am. Someone said that.
Well, what can we do till lunch? Lunch still isn't ready yet. What are we gonna do?
We have choices. We could help. I don't think they'd let us. Could practice with our swords, which sounds like something that Lavitz would be into, but I'm fairly sure Dart is straight. Why don't we take a nap? Again, same thing. Or also, I've used the inn. Spent the whole 10 gold. Let's show us around the house. Show me around the place. This is the first time I've been in such a huge house.
There's nothing interesting, but we can at least kill some time. Walk around wherever you like, and I'll tell you about it.
Alright, and then we'll walk around, I guess. I'm pretty sure, if I remember, you can climb through a window somewhere.
Oh, this is the library. There are many books on strategy. Are you interested in that, Dart? Would you like to have some strategy? Do you think that maybe you could think before hitting things?
I may have ad-libbed there a little bit. Anyway, so Dart's answer is nope. What are you doing? Oh, he's moving the ladder.
Follow me.
Yeah, I thought so. There's like a...
I'll show you my favorite treasure.
Treasure? Yeah, I'm fairly sure this is a way to get like some special stuff.
Here is my treasure, the roof. Take a good look, Dart.
Ah, you can see the castle from his house. With some lovely rendered trees and buildings. I say, I love this style of RPG, and I think that there's a bit of a... I know that like we're starting to get indie people who are starting to do it as a style of RPG, as opposed to like the sort of nonsense that I would make, which is like your RPG Maker style, you know, stuff which apes the controls and feel of the Super Nintendo sort of RPGs. You know, we're starting to get people who are doing that sort of PS1 Final Fantasies, Legend of Dragoon, Chrono Cross, etc. style. But I don't think there's anyone really with the sort of... I don't think there's anyone with the artistic vision to really get... Because there is a very specific sort of aesthetic to these backgrounds, and to those within, like, oh my god, Final Fantasy 9. Oh, such a pretty game. But yeah, it's something which I do miss in many ways, and we don't really get anything like it. You know, I feel like there's something too much of and instead of like doing it to genuinely, so here, like these sorts of visuals and backgrounds and presentation are used to depict the story as best as they can within the limitations they've got. Whereas nowadays, when you see that sort of thing, it's more a tribute to these, and that has that kind of weird meta fandom element that I don't think is quite as endearing as people think it is. I think that if you're doing something a certain way because it's the way that you can do it, and you use those limitations to the best of your ability to create a good product, I think that itself is a bit better than creating something specifically with the idea of doing it in the style of X thing. But that is my opinion, and I'm probably wrong, like so many people on the internet. Anyway, so they're on the roof and they're looking at this lovely vista of a castle. I mean, it's not the best thing in the game, but it's still quite nice, I guess. I like the detail. I know, it's weird. Anyway, so they're on the roof having a chat. I see. There's a nice view of Indel's castle from here. Indel! Yeah, Basel is the name of the country. Indel's castle is the name of the castle. Yeah. This is what I saw every day when I was young. I grew up thinking, I'll be a brave knight, just like my father, and I'll protect this country. Looks like your dream came true. Oh, yes, but the reality was much harder than I imagined back then. I have an even greater admiration for my father now. To protect this country, I would tear the flesh from my body. It's the same feeling you have towards Shanna. I'm just reckless. Because you cherish and value Shanna's life, you're willing to risk your own. You didn't break into Helena just to be a daredevil. Serdio is a dangerous place these days. You're the only one who can protect Shanna. You know that, don't you? Yeah. Lavitz, the food is ready. Well, the princess needs us. Princess? She's like a baby sister to me. A staple of 90s kind of MIDI sequenced music. Random steel drum. Love it. Anyway, love it. As always, your cooking is unrivaled, Mum. I'm going to say Mum instead of Mom, because I feel like Mom is a weird thing to say.
I'm happy to hear that, honey, but I'll be even happier if you settle down with a wife soon.
Oh, yeah, Ma'am, your son is probably, yeah, I think he's into blokes.
Dad, Shanna, we need to buy some things before we leave. Let's go.
Yeah, where are we? Oh, ooh, there's a box with 20 gold. That's 2 nights in the inn. Let's talk to you quickly.
Are you ready to leave?
No, we're still not ready. We still have done. Right, because I know for a fact you climb out the window in the library. You climb out the window in the library, and you climb across to the stables, and I'm pretty sure there's something there. But if I remember correctly, it's a pain in the butt to get Dart to balance properly. Because it's not a... Oh. Yeah, I remember. You have to... The type of stupid semi-mini game thing, which is just a waste of time. Doesn't add anything to the game. There we go. Right, and there's another thing over here. Oh, we just acquired a healing breeze. Lovely. And then we just jump down. There we go. Let's have a quick look around this. Stables. Lovely. So yeah. I don't think anyone is necessarily going to bust me for this, but I've recently been going on a bit of a spree of putting custom firmware on all the handhelds in the house. Which is why I'm able to do this, because Legend of Dragoon didn't get a digital release in the UK. You had to do yourself a American account and download it that way, which was a pain in the butt and led to a lot of Americans overselling their they would basically scalp store credit for the PlayStation Store. It's a bit of a pain in the butt to actually buy things. So that's why, as I've mentioned before, I've got the custom firmware on my PSP, and I've been playing the retranslation and bug fix patch. It's not really a proper retranslation. I actually read the notes. The guy was just like, no, I just went through and I fixed all the grammar mistakes because there's absolute nonsense going on. Right. Anyway, so yeah, I've been on a bit of a spree. Those of you who are currently mourning the end of the 3DS eShop, don't worry, there are ways around it. You can still get all those games, and they will just make a loss because they've made it harder to play them. So, what do you do when it's hard to do things legitimately? Oh, Stardust! I've no idea what it does though. I can't remember for the life of me. Yeah. Anyway, well, so yes, 3DS very easy to get homebrew stuff working on. Though not very good for Legend of Dragoon. Turns out PSP still just better for that. Right. It's 11. Is Mum asking us if we're ready for leave? Yeah, we're ready. Yes, we're ready. Yeah, everyone's ready. Do you have medical herbs? Yeah.
Here, it's your favourite jerky. I made too much. Why don't you take some?
It's okay. I have enough.
What about this? My neighbour says she made too much pie.
Mum, please, we're ready to go.
Oh, wait, I forgot something.
Can't forget a hug for good luck.
Oh, Lavitz, you've grown up so much. If only your father could see you now.
On second thought, Mother, I am a little bit tired. We might as well stay here for the night. Don't you think?
Sounds good to me, even though it's a bit of a waste of time.
Are the beds ready?
There's 2 beds in your house. Someone's gonna have to share.
Of course, I always keep your bed ready.
I'll be upstairs.
Mom, I actually am running a bit low on jerky.
I knew it. Mum always knows.
Yeah, I would have written that as mother, personally. I feel like in a fantasy setting in general, I think shortening things to mum or mom, I think generally they would, things are a bit more formal at that point in time. Right. Right. I think it's time for us to leave this town. I've already gotten all the equipment optimized. I should just quickly double check if Shanna has her. Yeah, she's got sparkle arrows. Everyone's got good armor. So yeah, let's get moving. In a minute. Yeah. Someone just run out from nowhere. Martel. Hey, watch yourselves. Are you blind or what? What do you mean? You're the one who bumped into me. Don't make up excuses. Own up to it like a man. Stop yelling. Dad's right. Can you be quiet? The baby's crying. Are you? Oh. Oh, sorry. I didn't know. My poor baby. Did the mean people scare you? Well, we gotta go. I've wasted enough time on you. So 100% that is the JRPG trope of someone bumps into you and they've stolen something. That is someone's nicked your stuff. That is someone's nicked your stuff. It will come up later probably. Yeah. Right. Let's quickly take the time to save. Oh. Yeah, no, I love the... I get that it's the... A lot of it will be the nostalgia talking. This is sort of... You know, this is the period of video games that was my childhood. You know, and I didn't have a lot of money, so I stayed with the PlayStation 1 past its lifespan ending. Really, I think I probably got my own PlayStation 2 in about 2003, 2002, 2003. My stepdad had one, but that was just for his games, and his games were basically Medal of Honor or Gran Turismo. But PlayStation 1 I played for quite a long time, and it was just, like I say, it's if you got the right games, because that's the thing all the time, isn't it? That you've got to have had the right games in any system that take full advantage of it. But I think it was very good. I think it was a good period. I think 32-bit games were very good. I think like the aesthetics on N64 titles were a little bit ugh. I mean, there's obvious standouts, like obviously Zelda was amazing, but I think the PlayStation, like, I don't know, maybe it's because I liked JRPGs. Cool. I like JRPGs and fighting games, and those are two things that there were a lot of on the PlayStation 1, and it was very well suited to them. So, I don't know, but I just think it's really good. I like how this game looks. I mean, of this particular way of doing the aesthetics, the 2D backgrounds, 3D character models, like, I like this one. I think it looks really nice. I think it plays really nice. I mean, if I was to be a bit less subjective about it, Final Fantasy IX is probably the best one on the system. Personal favourites, Grandia. Oh, I fucked that up. Oh well, it's not like we're actually getting Dragoon points on them yet. There we go. Hoax. The town of Hoax. Which is a very silly name. I think we'll do the first few bits of this. And I think we might... Well, actually no. This one might be really long. I don't really care. You may have noticed that these are just going to be all sorts of lengths. All sorts of levels of quality. I don't care. It gives me something to do. You know. Right, Labbits. Let's stop by HQ first. Kaiser of the 8th Knighthood is probably waiting for us. That's awkward. I have a cat called Kaiser. Where is she? And yes, I understand the irony of a female cat being called Kaiser. Is this really a town? Yeah, I will admit I forgot that it was a town, because it is 100%. It's lovely design, but it's a fortress. Shanna, in fact, remarks, "It looks more like a fortress." It's definitely changed.
It had to be done. No one wants to see their home turned into a war zone.
Then why have you made it like a strategically important? Ugh. It's probably making it more of a target by making it into a fortress. I mean, it's a cool looking fortress, but you have made it into that's proper, you know.
Anyway, no one wants to see their home turned into a war zone, but that's the way it is. And it's like that, and that's the way it is. Hoo! Spinning cane!
I heard that Sandora not only has a dragon, but also one of the legendary Gigantos. I heard he's a pretty strong bastard.
This is me talking to random guys.
Tao is a tyrant who enjoys dominating his subjects. We cannot hand over Sadio to a monster like him.
This is pretty good. Like, that's I think I'll have to look up who it is in case they've done anything else that. Because a lot of the time when I look up like particularly video game composers, like for the music side of stuff, I end up looking them up and going, oh, they did loads of things I liked. But the guy who did, well, whoever it is, it may have been been a team who did the audio for this. They really, really understand good percussion. Like, it's really atmospheric. It's good. Love it.
If we allow the enemy to sneak up on us, we've already lost. Guards can't let their attention stray for even a moment, which is why I've turned around to talk to you.
Nope. Yeah, climbing on some rooftops. Does it turn out that I could have just walked straight through? Oh no, there we go. It's a place. Oh. Ah.
Oaks in the 7th fort in the marshland. These two are the last line of defence for the kingdom of Basel.
What you got to say?
Push! Dragons? Sounds like a diversion, boys, to Sandora. Such a legendary creature couldn't actually be alive.
Well, I'm afraid I've seen it. Oh, how do I get up on top of this pile of rubbish? Oh, that is frustrating. There is a chest right there, and I cannot get to it. Oh. Right. Oh, if I remember... Am I right in thinking? I'm pretty sure there's like a defending the fortress sort of... I'm not going to say mini-game, but... There's definitely a part where you have to tell people to go X, Y, Z places. Oh. Just jumped into someone's house. Stealing their stuff. 20 gold, which is an absolute pittance. Oh, an old lady, I think. Oh, Midwife Gilda.
Well, well, I have guests.
My name's Dart, and this is Shanna.
Nice to meet you two. When are you having your baby?
What's she talking about? after the war, right, Dot? Shanna, stop messing around. Oh, ho, ho. You're visiting a famous midwife, so I assumed you were seeking some advice about having a baby. Anyway, come back whenever you decide to have one. I was the midwife for King Albert, you know. So you've been serving the country since before the war? Why, yes. I'm not as young as I look. I knew Albert's father and uncle well. I practically raised them. I remember when Carlo died. Dole simply couldn't abide His Majesty Albert, who was only 6, to be the king instead of him. His Majesty Dole and His Majesty Carlo used to be very close. Okay, so the bad guy, Emperor, is Albert's uncle. I wonder what changed those boys. I suspect evil powers. That's normally what happens. Sorry, we have to go now. Well, take care. When you need me, come back any time. Need you? Wait, you mean as a midwife? Thank you. How lucky for us, Dot. Dot, just accept it. You know, it's fine. That's life. That's life. And, I mean, I think it's quite fun that they, like, had a midwife in the game. I think that's quite funny. And it's like that. It's just the way it is. Oh, I can't walk up there. So that's on a different level to me. Let's have a go over here. Is there anywhere I can go this way? No. Nope. Right. Oh. What's over this way? Oh, more people. My house's defences are top notch. It's actually quite a fun little detail. They've got light streaming through holes in where they've barricaded the windows. That's actually like a really good touch. I say, like, it's just world building through visual. I think we should get out of town. Okay, good to know, miss. Oh, what's that? Sorry. So yeah, okay. Oh yeah. But yeah, it's a pretty game. Oh, there's a door here. Where does this go to? Have I been here yet? Oh, I've literally just been in this man's house. Well, good to know. Right, I should probably work out where it is I'm actually meant to go. Oh, there's a soldier up here. This pendant is a lucky charm that my daughter gave to me. Oh, and here we are in the church.
If we trust in God, He'll save us from destruction. My pa is at the 7th fort.
Miss Gilda is a famous midwife from this town. She delivered His Majesty Albert. I heard that there is an otherworldly statue deep within Volcano Velude. It's spooky. This war is a trial from God. The faithful will endure it.
Oh dear. So, is this just one of those many sort of especially Japanese media that just go like, yeah, generic church that believe in a single deity? Or is this a suggestion that Christianity specifically is in existence within the kingdom of Serdio. Curious. Oh. No, I think we're okay without taking a rest because we've had no damage, basically. Oh, some Angel's Prayer. The wall of this town used to protect against animals, but now it's used to stop people. Oh, people are basically animals, matey. Or animals are basically people. Right, where the bloody hell will I go? Like, am I going mad? I feel like I've gone into every building. Well, actually, one second, there's a thing up here, isn't there? So, oh. Ah! There we go. Is this it? That's it? That's it? I think this is it. Yep, there's a bloke in different armour. Here we go.
Kaiser, long time no see.
Lavitz, welcome. I heard about your knighthood.
Yes, I made a bad call, but I won't let their deaths be in vain. I'm ready to push the Imperials all the way back to their nest.
I'm glad to see you're still as brash as ever, my friend.
I just figured with a name like Kaiser. Yeah.
Always. And hey, I brought you two powerful new allies, Dart and Shanna. Dart is very good with a sword, and Shanna can throw items.
Oh, you're the famous guy who rescued Lavitz. I am Kaiser, the head of the 8th Knighthood. Nice to meet you.
Can you get us up to date on the situation here?
Of course, we're still preparing for Sandora's attack. What I am concerned about is the possibility that they are using a dragon.
At least we have a fortified position. It would still be better than fighting a dragon in an open field.
We need to be absolutely ready for them when the time comes.
Indeed, you are right. Dart, Lavitz, why don't you take guard duty tonight? I would rather not put Miss Shanna on the front lines, however. I could prepare some food. Dart, you're gonna love it.
You can either say, "Are you sure, Shanna?" or you can say, "Great, I'm looking forward to it." And I'm going to say, "Great, I'm looking forward to it," because I will make Dart be a good boyfriend. Great, I'm looking forward to it.
I am a bit concerned.
What? Lavitz's mother loved my cooking.
Yes, but her sense of taste isn't what it once was.
Dart, tell Lavitz to stop making fun of me.
I'll eat just about anything. Just make a lot, okay?
You're patronizing me too. I see how it is. I don't care about the taste as long as it's edible. I smother it in salt anyway.
That was Kaiser. His voice has changed again.
Even Mr. Kaiser too?
Kaiser, that was overkill.
My apologies. I simply couldn't resist. Anyway, now that's settled, it will be good for Dart and Shanna to take a look around the town. Familiarize yourself with the layout of the place. After you look around, come back here. Stay with me, Lavitz. I want to go over the battle plans with you.
Well, little do you know, I have tried to look through every single cubbyhole I can because it's the first thing I do in any JRPG town, just in case there's stuff I can nick. Anyway, so Dart says, "Shall we?"
Get along, you two.
Oh, little do you know, matey. Yeah. I literally don't think there's anything else I can actually do here. I've been in every single house and talked to everybody. Silly me. Let's just go straight back.
Have you seen enough? Are you ready to get to your stations?
Yes, we're ready now. Because it's going to get into an actual thing now. We're ready now.
We've just finished a strategic meeting. Now, I'll show you your position. You get on all fours.
No. Rudy Poody.
I want to ask both of you to guard the front gate. It's at the top of the stairs.
Well, the front gate isn't at the top of the stairs. The post is at the top of the stairs. You need to be more clear in your speech, matey. This is after someone's gone and improved it. And Dart says, "We're here to replace you. Leave it to us."
Yes, sir!
If Sandora attacks, it will definitely be a night raid.
You can't relax at all tonight. Better get some sleep now.
Ah, my legs. Ooh. Let's move around a bit. It's strangely quiet tonight. If the Sandora approach, will be easy to tell. Why is that? Do you hear that sound? The night owls are hooting. That means there's nobody in the forest right now. So, I'm gonna go grab something. Worried about Shanna? It's not that.
Bring me back some of that stew.
Ooh. 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 Huh? The owls! Ah!
The enemy is coming! The enemy is coming!
Blop.
Knighthood, prepare for battle. Fortify the gate.
Oh, I think that was Kaiser. I should have done it, you know.
You take care of the casualties.
Yes, sir. You ready for this dart?
Yeah. I know it's like meant to be like, yeah! But I just like, yeah, of course I am. First during my whole raison d'etre is hitting things with this sword. Ah, Sandoran soldiers. Are you exact? It said he's taken a sleep, but he is not on full health.
Hup. Go! Ah.
Volcano!
These Sandoran soldiers are stronger than the other ones. Doo-doo. Hoo. Ha. Ho, ho. Rah.
Oh, I love spinning a cane.
I am enjoying this undub. I mean, it demonstrates I'm a gigantic weeb, but I love me a Japanese dub. I love me a Japanese dub of any old thing. And you know, one of those many people who kind of got halfway through learning Japanese but could not hold a conversation to save my life. Just a lot of like, please slow down. Please slow down your talking so I could understand what you're saying. Ooh. Lavitz has a new combo. and see if I can get a chance to actually utilize that. Oh, lots of people having big fights. Oh, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Oh, a Sandoran elite saying, "Is this really Basel's battle HQ? It's so poorly guarded. What a pitiful display." Dart saying, "Oh, I'll cover the top."
Gotcha! Just give me 1 sec.
Let's just quickly go in here. Oh, okay, well, never mind then. Let's beat this bloke up.
What guts you have, facing me alone like this.
Sorry I'm late. Just had to clean up some trash.
God, it's just everyone ends up turning posh when I voice them.
1 or 2, it makes precious little difference.
Big talkers are always the weakest. Yeah, I'm loving this way I'm doing Dart. It's absolutely not at all like what the character's meant to be like, but I'm enjoying it. This way. Alright, whatever. Oh, you know it's getting serious because Battle Music 2 is happening. Oh. Boo 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 boo. Yeah.
Hoo! Ha! Hoo hoo! Hoo-ah!
But yeah. So what we're fighting here. Oh, enough playing around. I'm taking the gloves off. So he's changing. Oh, so he's still a ninja-y bloke. But he did a big spin round and asking him, can you hit the real me? He has done the after images thing that ninjas do. And now you just kind of have to guess which one's the right one. I'm going to take a wild guess. Yeah, this one's not reacting, so he's not the real one. Yeah. I see. If we get it wrong, he hits us with a big attack. Me? Oh! And uses chains and stuff. Oh, a lot of different ninja tropes going on here. There we go, that's the real one, because he reacted. Oh, he says crap! Oh. 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 I'm pretty sure we do this, and then we're going to have... I can't remember his name. He's a Gigantus, and he is the... He becomes playable later on, and he's really easy to get his combos to work properly. Like, his combos are real easy. Right, let's just quickly put your health up, Dart, and we'll... Alright. So it's not that one, because if I remember... Right, so I think it's going to be middle bloke. Oh, he's going to do it anyway. I think it's the one that does magic. I think that's the pattern. I think it's the one that uses magic is the one that's... Oh my god! Mate! Mate! The fuck? Oh. Yeah, he's reacting, and also I'm having to deal with... Yeah. Brill. brilliant. Sorted. Oh, oh, and I got a healing breeze. Oh, arg! I'm pretty sure now. Yep. Big bloke with an axe.
Is that the Giganto? It's Congo!
Giganto? It is a big bloke with an axe who punches as well. Lavitz!
I heard rumors, but it looks like he's real. They say he's unstoppable.
Well, at least he's not a dragon. Go! Yeah, he hits hard. Right, so first thing is for Lavitz to, well, not Lavitz, Dart to hit him a bunch with the sword, and then we'll use Healy on Lavitz, because Lavitz didn't get a chance to heal in the last fight, and he's just below his halfway point, which is the point to use the potions, because they don't work on a value, they work on a percentage, which is alright, I guess. Oh. Oh. I see. If you fuck up your addition, he smashes you. Any mistakes, you get smashed by him. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, a mechanic. Ooh. Hup. Well, that's actually really cool. If I remember, he spends a while hitting you with his axe, and then he spends a while hitting you with his fists. Hup. 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 Yeah. Pretty good.
Congo needs no weapon to kill. Congo kill you with his own hands. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is this going to be Congo's voice? I think so. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hup. Hup. But yeah. Hup. 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 All that. Oh, and he does a lariato. Oh, actually. Oh. Oh. Does the head bonk. Oh. Oh, ouchies. Ouchie wouchies. I think Dart's going to do some hitting. Because he's the one who does a lot of damage. And then... Oh. Oh, he's going to do the double head bonk. Yep. It's a pretty good bit of animation, really. Okay, right, I guess I am using Dart's turn to do some Heelys. I kind of intended to have Lavitz do that. Well, I guess Lavitz is doing the hits. Oh. Oh. Where's Shanna when you need her? She's the one who's meant to use all the items. This, not the best use of music I've ever heard in my life, if I'm completely honest about it. It's a bit naff. There we go. Yep, and gets a lariat, and oh, yep. Yep, big strong boy does big strong boy things. Big meaty men slapping meat. Oh, now he's got his axe. Oh, he's gonna hit Dart. Oh, Dart's a bit. Oh no. Oh. someone with dragon armor on. Oh, ka-choink. Whoop. It's actually pretty good cinematic. Oh.
Awaken! Awaken, awaken. Dragoon of the red-eyed dragon.
I should probably have a voice for Rose. Maybe Rose is like, awaken. Dragoon of the red-eyed dragon. Ah, no, I've been burnt alive. What? Hey. Oh, set fire to Congo. Oh, Levitz is just a little bit surprised at this. And yeah, Dart has his Dragoon armor. What on earth? Oh, Rose looking like what we thought counted as sexy in 90s anime. Oh, a lot of experience and a big power wrist. Ooh, and you can do Burning Rush. That's the combo with a big kick in it. But yeah.
They aren't human! Dart, what happened to you?
I don't know. Don't know what this is. A dragon knight. A dragoon has been born. Oh my god. Every time they just keep sounding like different flavours of vicar. I don't know, Rose. What's your voice going to be like? A dragoon has been born. A dragoon has been born. A dragoon. I have to actually put some effort in. Yes, about there. Maybe. Just all sound like vicars. God damn it. And I don't want
Another woman who talks like this.
terrible. Rose will work on it.
Ooh.
I'm surprised you didn't die. Yeah, like that. Well, that's starting to sound like Nigel Thornberry. No, that doesn't sound anything like him. It doesn't sound anything like Tim Curry, but you know what I mean.
Giganto, don't die. Giganto will pay you back. £4.50 for the pizza.
Dart! You're safe.
Drink.
What happened? Shanna's safe. That's a relief.
Badonk.
Dart!
Are you alright?
Oh. What exactly are you to Dart? What did you do to him? I suggest you watch your tone. I'm actually kind of liking this voice for a lady. It's not even slightly correct, but I think it's funny. Oh, I can't feminize my voice worth a shit.
Quit bickering, both of you.
You should be thanking me. So why am I just being yelled at?
You're finally coming to.
I was... Thank God you woke up. You are... Rose. Nice to meet you again. Do you know Dart? I told you. We saved his life once. Well, twice now. I want to hear it from Dart's own mouth.
Hurry and explain. I'm already lost.
Oh, do I say she saved my life or she's an important person to me? Oh, and Dart, why is your hand sort of flickering up and down? Anyway, just say she saved my life. She saved my life. Thanks to Rose, I was able to make it to Cellars.
Then the person who saved you from the dragon was...
Ooh, was I recording? No, I wasn't recording at the time when that... But no, that's like the first thing that happens. Yeah, it was her. Speaking about that, I didn't thank you for...
I don't need any thanks. I did it out of curiosity.
I see, but why are you here? It's too fishy to be a coincidence.
I followed you because I was fascinated by the stone that you carry. The Dragoon spirit of the red-eyed dragon.
My voice is steadily changing. This light is...
You're worthy of ruling dragons. When it shines like that, it means it's found its true master. Like it or not, you're bound to your fate as a Dragoon, just like me.
I didn't know there were such people concealed in my father's memento.
So you saved him because you knew it from the beginning? I didn't know for sure. Last night was a test to see if he really was a Dragoon.
Okay, right, I'm just going to quickly stop here. I'm trying to, like, get through so I can get to a point where it's, like, a good point to stop. But I just have to mention now that when I was a kid, I genuinely looked up the meaning of the word Dragoon. And the word Dragoon it's a particular type of soldier, particularly found in, like, your sort of... Like, the example that's in my head is, like, Napoleonic Wars. That's a good example. I'm pretty sure they had Dragoons then. And they were... If I remember correctly, it might be one way around or the other. There are either cavalrymen who used infantry weapons and guns, or it's the other way around. But I believe, either way, it's nothing to do with dudes who had dragon powers. And that always confused me, because there's the use of Dragoon in this game, and there's the use of Dragoon in, like, Final Fantasy. Often they use Dragoon as, like, Dragon Knights, i.e. the ones that... They normally have the ability to jump. So, like, what's her name? Like Freya in FF9, or Kain in FF4, or any of the ones with a job system normally have it. I assume it's in the MMO games. But that's the thing. So I genuinely thought, like, Dragoons were a thing in mythology, and they're just not. You know? Anyway. Right.
If you weren't, you would be dead now.
How exactly are you privy to all this knowledge? Everyone's getting posher. You know a lot about things that nobody could know.
Knowing too much is preferable to knowing too little, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, for your mental health, I don't know.
I suppose, but yours is not mere knowledge. You're talking about legends that disappeared thousands of years ago. Minister Noish once told me it was the Dragoons who led mankind to victory in the Dragon campaign.
But was that the only reason you protected me? Just because I have a Dragoon spirit?
No. Honestly, even I couldn't explain my own impulsiveness. But now I understand why. You three remind me of some friends I once knew. Your determination is the same as theirs. They always knew exactly where they had to go, what they had to do, who they had to kill, and who they had to protect. I see that same passion in you, so I couldn't help interfering. Anyway, that's enough rambling. Can I ask you one thing? What are they doing now? They're gone.
It's all in the past.
I'm so sorry. I think I was wrong about you, Rose.
It's quite all right. I'm not known for being a people person.
Is the other knighthood Sir Kaiser here? The 7th fort is under attack by the Sandora. What? The 7th fort in the marshland is being ravaged by the dragon. The 10th and 13th knighthoods are completely overwhelmed. Survivors were barely able to relay a message. The dragon. Where did it come from?
There we go, that's Lana's voice back.
From the forest over the volcano Velude. The dragon's nest must be somewhere deep in the forest.
Kaiser says, Gigantos and dragons. Talk about an unfair fight. If we don't defeat the dragon, the kingdom is surely doomed.
Summon the rest of the knights. We will assault the dragon's nest.
The knighthood has the advantage of numbers, but they're only human. Humans cannot defeat a dragon. You'll be throwing their lives away. Rose is getting halfway towards Kaiser's voice.
We won't know until we try.
Do you think a pointless death is honorable or something? Anyway, I will say this. Only the Dragoons can defeat it. Dart, you should understand this. You felt that power, didn't you? We are more than human.
That's right. The Dragoons. Dragoons were said to have defeated dragons, even tamed them.
Oh, Dart. Is he going to say, maybe I have that power? Or, I still don't know. You're going to say, maybe I have that power. Maybe I have that power. I don't know why, but I feel something urging me into battle. It's like I'm controlled by some higher power, maybe holding a little controller. I'll do it. I'll trust in this power. I'm relieved to hear that. That was Kaiser. There isn't anyone left who we could send on a mission like this. That, Rose, it seems the future of all Serdio rests on you two. Kaiser, do you even know Rose?
Kaiser, your wound is open.
I'm fine. The kingdom of Basel is finished unless we defeat the dragon. Understand? You can trust us. We won't let you down. I'll go too, of course. They would be woefully unprepared without me. Shanna, you should stay. No, I'm going. I can help them. I'm not afraid. Rose says, the green-tusked dragon, Fairbrand, is our target. Just the name brings back the fear I felt before. The real fear has not even begun yet. Right. And I think... Right, there we go. So, I think that's a good point to stop recording. Oh, I've got a tingly hand. And I need to finish tidying this room. Okay. Oh, whoa, that's a long time I've been doing this. Oh well. Good. But yeah, this is a fun game, and you should all play it at some point. Or don't. Listen to me do terrible voices that are not consistent at all. Oh well, more fun that way.